and welcome to what is hopefully the first of many videos. However, will likely be the only video that takes this kind of format. I'm probably going to add some lo-fi beats into the background and some stock image and videos of people going about their everyday lives. Maybe someone staring into the camera and smiling, and someone cooking, some people learning together, and let's add a last one in. Someone being frustrated at a computer. There we go. How's that for an intro? Okay. No. Hello. Welcome to an introductory video to a channel that I hope to flesh out over the course of months and hopefully years. That is going to be a place to be helping people with their journey in cybersecurity, with a particular focus on malware reverse engineering and more of the low-level things related to technical cybersecurity. This video is going to be really short and is really only going to be explaining basically the what, the why, and the how, i.e. what this channel is going to be, why I'm doing this channel, because I think that's really important, and how, the practical elements of these videos that I'm going to be making, and how we're going to be going about learning about technical cybersecurity. Okay, there you go. I guess it's worth starting with the why I'm doing this and the motivations behind making this channel and future videos to come. I am of the mind that cybersecurity at the lowest of levels, i.e. people who are entering or wanting to enter into the industry with little or no experience in either cybersecurity or computer science, have very few pathways that they can go if they don't have boatloads of cash or have any sense of professional direction, i.e. a team to help them upskill and people to give them resources and to show them through those resources as well. And I've been very lucky. I work with a team who are unbeatable in terms of upskilling people from zero to hero, as I can attest to. I came into this industry knowing absolutely nothing, and I'm now in a position where I'm able to make this channel and provide a little bit of knowledge and give back to the community that I have taken so much from. So the why is really simple as a TLDR format. There are not enough good resources for people who are looking to get into reverse engineering. You know, whether those people are seasoned veterans or they are really new to computer science, or maybe you've never even done computer science and are just looking to see what's out there and the available pathways that they can take.
What's the matter with you?
The what is kind of the easiest to explain because it focuses around the idea that every video will be practical in nature, which I know is kind of ironic given that this entire video is listening to my voice whilst looking at stock photos and videos and with a background of lo-fi beats. But every video outside of this one is going to be practical. And what I mean by that is, when I'm thinking about making videos, I have two choices really, especially with the technical elements and the kind of lower level malware analysis stuff, is we can either talk about the theoretical side of things in a bubble and in a vacuum and then go into the practical afterwards. But I think actually it is going to be a lot more useful to look at malware, to talk about concepts in a practical format, whilst knowing and understanding that we might not have a grasp and a grip on everything that we're talking about, and then go off on tangents and explain things in a more rudimentary and elementary level, whilst putting it in the context of something that is more technical by the sum of all of its parts. So by breaking technical concepts down into its more rudimentary parts, we're able to more readily look at it as a whole and understand a lot more. The how is kind of the most difficult part to explain, and mostly because it's unknown. I don't actually know where the content is going entirely, but for the first at least 4, 5, 6, 7 videos, we need to focus on the more elementary elements of malware analysis and reverse engineering, which starts with setting up an environment, looking at the tools that we'll use, the tools that are available to us, and how we go about using those tools to analyze malware. And along the way, we will also be talking about what malware is, how it works, depending on the different kind of malware it is, how we get it, what are the sources that we can use to find malware live on the internet or from different sources, and then the different techniques that we can use to analyze that malware. And that brings me on to a really poignant point about the tooling that we'll be using. I will be using free tooling throughout the videos. I will also be pointing out where there are paid alternatives and my opinion as to whether I think those are worth it and why sometimes paying the extra money can be worth it, as well as looking at the different tools themselves and what they do and their different functionality, so that if someone watching this video decides, actually, I do kind of want to take this to a professional level, or if you are going into an interview or are about to start a new role within cybersecurity, you are able to look at the tools and know what they do before you land in the role themselves. So I'll be using free tooling because I think that is the best way to get people involved in these kind of topics. But I will be obviously acknowledging that there are industry standard tools that are classed, I would say, as more professional, and they are around for a reason, and we'll be looking at the reasons why as well. And that, as an introduction, is everything. I am going to leave up whilst I'm talking over the final bits some Twitter accounts of people that I think are really, really good to follow. I know that Twitter is kind of a meme right now, and I know that some people are maybe moving off the platform, or rather don't think it's a viable way to communicate. All very fair points. However, for the moment, at least within the cybersecurity sphere, Twitter is still a really great place to learn, to meet people, and to discuss issues. And these 8 people above, or below, or wherever the hell you're watching this relative to your eye level, are really worth following. They all offer their own really unique perspective on different elements of reverse engineering and malware analysis and threat intelligence as a whole. And I will add that some of these people have on their Twitter accounts links to their extra resources, all of which are really good for upskilling alongside this content. And I tried to give a summary of all of them, but as I re-recorded it, it took me 8 minutes, and I'm not going to do it justice by shortening it, so I'm just going to leave them up and say, go follow these people. You'll find out what makes them so special yourself. All that's left to say is thanks so much for listening, and I'll see you guys next time.